Hi there everybody, my name is The Juggler and welcome to my video on the new update for No Man's Sky Foundations. Now it's been a long time coming for the first major update to No Man's Sky. Some of you may already know about it and some of you may not, but this is the first large update to No Man's Sky which incorporates a lot of new features into the game. So I thought it was about time to give it a try. Why not? I have placed around about 100 hours into this game so the new update is more than welcomed. The original No Man's Sky is, well, let's put it, it's not great, but it also isn't that bad either. It definitely wasn't everything that it was hyped out to be or was told by Hello Games in general in the original development, so if you traded it in or got a refund, the question being, now that there's this update, should you try it again? I would say maybe not. If you still have it, then sure. But I don't think this update is worth getting the game again if you're already unhappy with the first finished product. And here are my opinions on the whole patch in general. So firstly, there is a new skill system available. At the start of the game, there is one save file for 3 different slots, so you get 3 different types of saves this time. But it all still takes place in the one shard universe. So we have the first mode, the chill mode, basic No Man's Sky that we have all seen before. Resource collecting, gathering money, using set resources to construct mods and equipment to make basically resource gathering and construction basically quicker. The next one we have is survival. It's basically extremely hard chill mode for lack of a better understanding of it. I have yet to try this mode, but that is what I have heard and that's what I have seen from other people. The third mode is creative mode. Unlimited resource and money, just there so you can do whatever your heart desires to whatever the game lets you do. So it's basically just like experimental mode or creative mode in Subnautica. Now that's just the start. Let's get on to the base building aspect of the game. As you can see, I started a brand new game in creative mode just to see what it can offer. To me it sounded like Subnautica in space, and being a massive Subnautica fan also, I thought, hey, let's see how this pairs up to one of my favourite games. At first glance, in creative mode, the base building system seems really good. Many numerous building options to expand on your first part of the base. Now these bases are located randomly throughout the systems in No Man's Sky. Unfortunately you can't just place one down wherever you feel like, which I kind of found a little bit disappointing. There has been many planets I have been to in the past where the view is just stunning and I really wish I could just set up home there. So my first negative would be the set places to build. Building rooms on the existing base is a cinch however. In creative, as everything else, decorations, tech, workstations, it's all there, it's easy to make. Just basically lock it into place and there you go from there. So from the creative, it looked promising indeed. So how does this all feel in chill mode? Well, not very good really. There is more resource gathering to be done, especially with the update with all the extra pieces that you have to get for your base. Also not including the also different types of resources that you have to gather. And it looks like also the resources have changed how they spawn. I have noticed to start with that there is not as much plutonium as there used to be. I remember going to abandoned bases, landing at them in the past, and then I look around the outskirts of that base and there was plutonium to spare. I used to have the system set up of how I used to be able to gather my resources, what was in my ship, and then cruise off to my next system and then pretty much repeat. But unfortunately, so far from what I've seen, I can't do that at the moment. I'm not sure if they've changed back on how much they spawn or if they spawn on certain different types of planets now, but that is just to remain to be seen. But the main drawback I came across with this game, or especially this update, is what happened when I flew off to another star system to get the resources I needed to continue my construction. As here I've got in the background as a demonstration, I noticed that after you have gone to a different system, or basically after you put a beacon on your home base planet and then gone to a different system, there is absolutely no way you can find it again unless you scan for discoveries, and that's a long shot at best. After scanning through the systems in the map, I eventually gave up and kept on my journey to the centre of the galaxy. The only way that I could see that you could find your home base again is by placing a waypoint on it. But I would have thought that the beacon aspect of that would have actually let you pinpoint it in your galaxy map. Surely there must be a way to find it again. Well, I surely haven't found a solution, but if you do know, please let me know, because it will make my life a whole lot better and I might actually be able to enjoy on setting up a base on a planet that I want to set up on. Secondly, the resource gathering, as I've mentioned before, seems a lot more tedious and less populated as previously. Maybe I've been playing Subnautica too much and I don't mean to be comparing the two, but it seems like this update brings them closer than most may think. No Man's Sky resource gathering is relentless and painful, whereas Subnautica, there is something serene about it. It would probably take you just as much time to gather in both, but at least there's a sense of accomplishment in Subnautica. Comparing again with the base building aspect, compared to Subnautica, well, it is basic, not allowing me to set up wherever I want is the main drawback. The modules and pieces of the base I really like though. But the set spot to build just doesn't do it for me. As I said previously, there is a lot more places where I would actually want to set up my base than what the game is actually offering me. So after my quick jaunt back into No Man's Sky, I will probably keep playing it, and yes, the update does make some things better, but the couple of drawbacks of not being able to find my base again, and also the more extensive resource gathering with even less resources available, well, I guess time will tell. I will continue on my journey to the centre of the galaxy, and maybe one day I will find a planet worth settling down on and creating my retirement home with all the pain that this resource gathering and extensive base building offers in the Foundation so far. There's a lot more I would like to cover in this video, but I just wanted to give my brief opinion about this newest patch to No Man's Sky and just say, if you still have the game, yes, it is worth another look. But if you think they might be better than before, I just have to say, don't worry about it. It's not making any leaps and bounds, and it still basically is just the game it was before, with a bit extra and not enough to keep your attention. Not enough to keep my attention anyway, but I play No Man's Sky at the moment as just a chill out game. Between games, I just like to sit there and do something meaningless, which is me pointing my laser at rocks and just gathering resources and disappearing off to another star system to repeat the process. Anyway, thank you all for listening to my rant. Fly safe and see you later.